All right, everybody, real quick breaking news. This is from Sawyer Merritt a couple minutes ago. Breaking, the U.S. House has just officially passed Trump's big, beautiful bill today, which means that the $7,500 EV tax credit will officially end on September 30th, 2025. Trump will now sign this bill into law. Some of the bill impacts on EVs and renewables, but really the biggest items here that pertain probably to the thing y'all follow most closely is the $7,500 EV tax credit for new car sales and the $4,000 tax credit for used EVs and the $7,500 for commercial EVs. Of course, if you're somebody who follows the Tesla story closely or any EV story closely, what this means is that probably for the next 3 months, there's going to be a lot of demand for electric vehicles because this EV tax credit is going to end in about 3 months. So expect a lot of these car companies to really highlight this point, because after September is done and we go into October, the fourth quarter, auto manufacturers are going to be forced to increase their prices essentially by $7,500 because they don't have that tax credit there anymore. What's probably going to happen is they probably won't go all the way to the $7,500. They'll cover maybe the half point, and they'll eat the rest from a margin perspective. So they might raise prices $3,500 or $4,000 and then eat the $3,500 difference, whatever that number might be. And then on the flip side, companies that might have cheaper vehicles coming. So I know Tesla has said multiple times they're going to come out with a cheaper vehicle starting last quarter. So a couple of days ago, they're probably incentivized to delay the plans of getting these cars into production until the end of quarter three, because there's going to be so much pull forward demand for their existing vehicles before this EV tax credit expires. Now, from the perspective of the overall EV market in the United States, this is probably going to end up hurting legacy automakers more than a company like Tesla. Tesla is definitely going to be impacted by this for sure. From a margin perspective, their margins will go down on their vehicles. Set aside the Robotaxi stuff for now for this specific concept. And then they're going to be helped a lot by introducing cheaper vehicles, but their overall margins will come down. They might be able to sell more cars with those cheaper vehicles, but the amount of money they make on those vehicles will come down for sure. Legacy automakers are in a little bit of a tougher spot because legacy automakers can't really make money on their EVs still. Companies like Ford, GM, Stellantis, and any other European automakers that sell into the United States, they're not really making much money, if at all. They're actually losing money on their electric vehicle sales. And companies like even Rivian and Lucid, which Rivian has had to do a few things to become profitable from a selling of credits perspective, they are going to run into an issue where that lever is not there for them anymore. And they're more of a startup company. They still haven't really made consistent profitability, Lucid especially. And so the broader auto market in the United States for electric vehicles is heavily going to impact those that are not currently profitable. Tesla has had some issues in the last quarters from a demand perspective. And the last quarter in Q1, they sold about 30 some odd thousand cars. And they posted one of the worst profitability they've had in a while. Now, in second quarter, they sold 50,000 more cars, so that's going to help them with profitability quite a bit. And moving forward in Q3, they're going to be making a lot more money because, again, they're going to have a lot of pull-forward demand. So it's not out of the question that they'll sell upwards of 500,000 cars in the quarter, given China, given Europe, et cetera, et cetera. So, with the new Model Y. But the other automakers are going to be in a world of trouble from my perspective because now their car prices have gone up $7,500 on vehicles that they don't make money on. And then on top of that, you have this Robotaxi thing happening with Tesla, where now they're starting to really flex their muscle about supervised self-driving Robotaxi. We might be very far away, we might be very close by, but that's something to watch, because if that's a lever that Tesla can pull that says, yeah, our prices went up, but your car can drive itself anywhere, right? Could that become a demand lever for them that offsets that $7,500 credit? So, and then on top of that, Elon Musk has come out and said that if this bill were to pass, he would start a new political party called the America Party, which would be against the Democrats and the Republicans, and it would really highlight people that have voted on the big beautiful bill, which are majority Republicans, which is kind of quite the 180 from when he was supporting Trump to run for president. And so if you're somebody who follows Tesla closely or a Tesla investor, my guess is politics Elon has not gone away. I think he's here to stay for a long time. And so it's going to be interesting to watch how this plays out for the next 2 to 4 years as we get into the midterms and as we get into the 2028 presidential race. So one bill is going to have a lot of repercussions. not to mention the debt potential, the revenue potential from a tax perspective, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot going on. Huge win for Trump in his campaign. But obviously, if you're an EV fan, this is a big hit. And then Elon Musk is probably going to become activated to want to perhaps try to go up against all the people that voted against this bill for whatever reason, be it the debt or the EV tax credit or whatever. He's made it very open that if this bill passes, he's going to become politically active, making his own political party. So we'll see. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. I hope you have a fantastic 4th. If you're in the United States, America is the best. And we'll see you on the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.